Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome to The Last Ego on Earth. My name is James Scott Shoemaker, and tonight we're going to go ahead and continue on with the workbook for students here in our Foundation for Inner Peace edition. This is lesson 16, I Have No Neutral Thoughts. Before we get started, I just want to remind you that I'm here to be your guide, to be your buddy, to be your brother as we read this lesson. I'm just here to kind of walk through it with you, and if we get it on a deeper level in our mind together, we get to walk home together. So I'll just read through this. I might be stopping throughout it to kind of, if I feel guided to, and just explain my experience with it, or whatever Holy Spirit has to say. So here we go, guys. This is I Have No Neutral Thoughts. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. Besides your recognizing that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, or not worth bothering about, that it is essential that you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed and actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial decisions. Each thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then as each one crosses your mind, hold it in the awareness while you tell yourself, this thought about blank is not a neutral thought. That thought about blank is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's idea wherever you are aware of any particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about blank is not a neutral thought, because I have no neutral thoughts. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended if you find them relatively effortless. If strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't really have any notes on that one. I have no neutral thoughts about this. So I know Jesus is going to go into this deeper in the next few lessons. I hope that resonated with you. We will be understanding that we have put all of our thoughts into all the things that we see. We've created them. We also had created an upside down world. So Jesus is trying to reel us in a little bit to make us understand that we need to allow ourselves to be neutral in all different situations because we've been so wrapped up in the world for so long. The world has given us pain, suffering, upset, guilt, fear, and all these horrible things that we think are our reality. They're not. So we need to start looking upon things, situations, people in a neutral light. All right, guys, I hope this hit home with you. I know that it did for me. If you have any questions about this lesson at all, feel free to leave comments down below. I love speaking to people. If you're getting it, I'm getting it. I'm getting it, you're getting it. So feel free to just ask me anything you like, if you have any comments, and I will be more than happy to assist you. All right, guys, peace be with you. I love you, and I will see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself for all it's worth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. Prepare yourself, the last ego on earth. Prepare yourself from the dirt to the birth. Prepare yourself from the birth to the dirt. The last ego.